Okay, hopefully this freaking starts. Don't worry guys, today this is just a little fun stream. This isn't involving any of the, game or anything. Actually, I'm just going to mute it, actually. We don't need to do this. Just 1 second. Guys, hey, we're back. I'd rather the game mute it for this. So you guys won't be able to hear any of the game because I'm just doing this just so I can do the review out. Because I kind of want to test the review, and I'm sorry that it has nothing to do with the movie itself, the setup that I have going on here. But oh wait, hold on. But today, I shouldn't say but really our first review of the year for horror will be for the movie called DeadStream. DeadStream was released today on Shudder, on the stream service called Shudder. It came out around midnight, so it was a good idea that today, since it was raining out here in Canada, I figured why not put it on and watch it. And I will say, I was genuinely surprised by the movie. It was a very good movie, to be exact. And I gotta say, I'll give props to everyone that made that movie. I'll give props to Shudder. I'll give props to the main acting. I'll give props to even costume design and the environment setting. Everyone did a fantastic job at what they're given and what the final product was. I'm going to break it down for you guys. Don't worry, no spoilers are going to be in this movie. If you want me to do a spoiler review, I'll do a spoiler review. If enough people ask, I will do a spoiler review. Anyway, I guess I'll set the card up for the next episode of MEOW, I guess, during this. Anyway, so, for DeadStream, positives. Easily, the environment gets the biggest positive of everything. The environment, where it's set, the location, every single scene, I shouldn't say scene, every single room that the movie is set in, the movie is set in a manor. So every room in that manor is like perfectly detailed. Everyone who did the movie did a perfect job at creating a creepy feeling in a haunted house. Another very big positive, the acting. The acting was really good, both for the main character Sean and for all the undead characters in the movie. All of them did a really good job, especially Sean. Sean did really good all the time he was on stream. On the little small details, also we get the positive in this movie. Generally, I'm probably going to rewatch the movie again a little bit later after the stream's over because there's so much rewatchability. Just because of all the small details that go into everything they put in the movie. Like, the movie's about live streaming in a haunted house, and so at certain points it will show the chat and people talking on chat, and so you can read all their messages, which I find that so fascinating and awesome. They put that in the movie. Every room there's like hidden messages, or like when Sean's checking cameras, if you always keep your eyes out, there's always something almost moving in every room, or something's going on in every room that you can just see if you look at the right distance or at the right time. It is effective, and it was great. Stairs are another really good part of the movie. For example, there's a stair near the end of the movie, like right at the ending. That's a really good stair in the movie. The first big stair was really good as well, which involved a hanging body. That was a very good stair. And then the other really good stair is involving a scene in a closet. I'm not going to spoil that because that's a really good scene. And two more positives I had in the movie. The runtime. It's a good runtime. Movie's only about an hour, and the movie's under an hour and 40. So if you don't have much time, say like for a movie about, you have at least 2 hours, something like that, and you want to watch a horror movie and you have Shudder, You can easily just turn that movie on and watch it. It's gonna be good. And in each of the minutes that they use, they don't really skim anything in the runtime because they give you the details, they give you the pressure. It's good. And the final positive I'll give for the movie is kind of like the storyline. There's a good storyline in the movie. Like the whole plot itself, it's good. Like involving how an internet personality, really famous internet personality, gets into this big trouble and involving a homeless person during a live stream and breaks him. It pull his sponsors pull out of his live stream and for a little bit. He gets suspended, and then he finally comes back. It's monetized, and the way he gets he wants to get his fans back is by conquering his one fear, one biggest fear, and that's going and staying at a haunted house for the night because he believes in ghosts so much. He's just born Christian. And I gotta say, for what they did in that movie, they did an absolute fantastic job of playing, not just portraying that story and fear that Sean has, but the way it's like detailed and the layers of the story. Like, it's like that manor itself is its own character with its story. Like, find out throughout the movie, it's just a bunch of like evil spirits, as they reveal that in the trailer anyway, that the house is full of spirits. But it's how they contribute the spirits into Sean's story itself. Especially near the end of the movie. When the movie hits the third act, it's not just the spirit story that align with Sean's story. There's other stories a part of Sean's life that end up in the story as well. And once the third act hits, it just crashes into each other, creating these huge, insane, tense moments involving the story and what happens, and even the ending involving more of Sean's life and why it's streaming and everything. It's perfectly wrapped up and what it does. And also, there is foreshadowing during the movie. Just to put it out there. And I'm going to add another positive. One final positive, the third act of the movie. Huge positive, that third act of the movie. When the third act hits, because everything just goes off the walls, crazy, awesome, fun time, scary moments, big payoffs, crazy ending, a nice gore fest near the end of it, a twist, everything. There's so much in that third act that's so good. Now I go to the negatives, or like a mixed. I would say these are more mixed than negatives. So, first of all, the start. The start, even though, like they said, the storyline's good and how they build the story is good, the start of the movie is slow. For a movie that's like under 2 hours, it's a slow start. And especially to that first big scare. Oh, hold on one second. So yeah, that big lineup it says you get a bunch of small stairs to your first big stair. And like I said, the first big stair doesn't happen until at least 30 minutes into the movie. And so you get a bunch of smaller stairs. And that may turn a little people away from it. I mean, I kind of wanted to brush a little bit off the start of the movie, but if you can get through the start, the slow start, you'll be just good. Another really mixed feeling I had with the movie, is another part with the small details of the movie. Because some of the small effects, like the chat, for instance, yeah, it's cool. I like how it adds a touch and feel into the movie, but like there's some with the small effects that are so strange. Like, why would you put more time and effect into that? Like, for example, there's a character that gets involved in the story a little bit later on into the movie. It's like so many like details into her and everything. Like, it's a cool character and everything, but the small details into it that they put into the character is kind of like, yeah, it's alright. And like you can tell something's up with her. And that's the part of the small details that, it's kind of cool but isn't. And then also the paranormal aspect of the movie, the paranormal, like the ghost effect. There's some that works really good in the movie, but then there's just some that falls flat. Like some of this, like just basic house noise parts, like floorboards creaking, or like roof shaking, or stuff's breaking, or like things laughing in the dark randomly. Some of that's cool, but then there's just some parts of it that's like, why? I know it's a ghost movie a little bit involving a haunted house, but there's some of it doesn't connect well. And then really the only glaring negative I have with the story, or should I say with the entire movie itself, is that really it's just an exclusive. Like, in my opinion, this is a movie that really could be made onto the big screen. Like, it could be placed in theaters, or it could be placed in more streaming service. Because this would be a fun movie to watch in front of a live audience in a theater with people. Or, like, with a whole bunch of friends or family at your house, and get, like, this big little group together. Like, I feel like this movie would do really good in theaters. Due to, like, all the big positives in the movie, and how good the acting is, and how good the story is, and how it builds up to everything. Also, I forgot to mention this during the positive. The effects are also really good in the movie, with the costume designs and the effects of all the sound effects, like creaking on the floorboards and things talking to Sean, like through effects, not through like voices, is kind of cool as well. Which is something that in a movie in that type of shape, in the haunted house style, is something that they always need to do it on, and DeadStream does really good for it. And so, to wrap this little mini movie review up, because I felt like doing this today, like I said, DeadStream's a really good movie. And today, watching it today was awesome, due to today being a bad weather day. But out of a 10 rating, because I do my ratings of every movie I watch out of 10. I've done that basically my whole life. There's people that will rate movies from 1 to 5, 10 out of 10, or out of 100 or 50. Out of 10, I'll give DeadStream a solid 8.3, a really good 8.3 to an 8.5. Like, this was a really good movie. Definitely one I'll definitely rewatch again. Like I said, I'll probably rewatch it again later tonight, after a few things are, taken care of first. And so yeah, your final score of the movie Deadstream, exclusively on Shudder, is an 8.5. I will give it an 8.5 out of 10. Really good movie. Out of all movies I've seen this year, I'd probably put Deadstream in my top 10. I was genuinely surprised by how good this movie was. And Shudder, earlier on the I believe the month, or like a couple weeks ago, they released The Watcher, and The Watcher was also a very good movie too. And so Shudder right now has been hitting home runs this month with what they released originalized, like with how they released with original movies this year. They've been very strong, very good movies. Also, I'm going to give a little channel update and a little bit of shout-outs. Of course, all shout-outs go out to all my buddies on YouTube and on Twitch. Iron Taylor, Christopher Holvis, or slash Dustkill, Prince Macau, Franchise Gaming, sorry for that, Vampiro712, and Shockwave Wrestling. All of those guys easily get shout-outs. And I'm going to give a little channel update. Sorry I haven't been able to upload much this week. Suffered a little bit of health problem during the week. I was also away during one of those days. And also expect a little bit of a shorter schedule this month and next month. I got myself a new job late. I just got hired not that long ago by a company. And it feels good to finally have a job again. And I gotta say, despite me not having the, all the time in the world to stream for you guys. I will still stream for you guys when I get the opportunity to. Just don't expect, constant uploads or constant, like, videos every week. But, always be on the lookout for whenever a video comes up. I'll still do videos on WWE 2K22 until that game's done. Of course, NHL 23 is coming out very soon. Of course, once that game comes out, I'll be uploading videos on that. MLB The Show, I'll probably do some MLB The Show reviews. And what I mean by reviews, I mean card and program reviews for Diamond Dynasty, which that's going to be a lot of fun doing that since, of course, the MLB preseason starts, not preseason, the MLB postseason starts tomorrow. And so, with all that nice channel update and stuff, I will say, I hope all of you have a good rest of your week. I hope all of you stay safe, are careful, and hopefully you all stay healthy and everything. For people who see this in Canada, happy Thanksgiving for all of you guys coming up this Monday. And prayers go out to all the people affected by the hurricanes that have happened recently. Anyway, you all have a good rest of the day and rest of the week.